That's democratic, isn't it? Well, those of you that teach math, I hope you do not have open-ended democracy in equation resolution in those classes. Or physics or chemistry or any hardball. You know, say, we're going to vote on this because your mom will be calling because my kid, kids are goats, but I used to call them kids, students, human beings. He's an A student and they got an F. No, I gave this student F plus. Oh, they got an F plus. That's good. I didn't say they didn't totally fail. There wouldn't have been any difference between them being there and not being there. That's all I said. I said, you better left them at home. I've told parents, I said, what have I done to deserve you sending these kids to me? Have I offended you in some way? I apologize for that, but now you've inflicted this pain on my psyche, sending me this room full of adolescent, absolute, isolated, disjointed persons. And I'm to do what? Well, you failed. You didn't help them. I said, Mom and Dad, you've had those men and women for 17 years in their mess. What makes you? I'm neither God nor magician. What makes you think a few hours of college is going to reshape that dude? You've had him in Sunday school and church and camps, all the things that didn't impact him at all. Because their music and cinema and media influence them more than the church has ever influenced them in the past 50 years. So if you don't know what they're seeing or what they're reading or what they're listening to, you can't tell anything about their psyche. They come to church and say, this is a drag, this is grandma still playing the organ. No, you don't play the organ here. So we sold all those organs. And, but anyway, I apologize for that. Because, hey, two things. Now, two things. The finest singing I've ever heard, I've been around the world, are a cappella singers in the church crowd and African tribal Christians. I've never heard singing in my life like that. But just singing through your nose, you might need some help, see. So we go through Ado and Salo, you know, our heritage is divided hermeneutically and exegetically and philologically. Well, anyway, I'm sorry I brought that up. Anyway, Kant's the culprit. We get to Gadamer. Gadamer's in the German tradition. All these Germans, they're so precocious, I don't like them. See, not since the Greeks has there been more high creative intelligence is in Germany. Now, that's a matter of fact. You like it or not. And I'm not defending war, but people said that we won the Second World War because our German scientists were smarter than theirs. Robert Oppenheimer and Einstein, where did they take up residence? Because they couldn't stand Nazism. He came to America. Well, in the providence of God, I'm glad of that. I didn't say they were saved. See, this is another matter. But see, Robert Oppenheimer could solve quadratic equations in his sleep. I don't like him. He's just too smart. Too smart for his own britches. Well, anyway, all these influences, what we've been whanging away. And we'll come back. You can't. Is it time? Oh, my God, it's time to stop.
They serve lunch from 12 to 1, so.
Oh, they're serving lunch?
Yeah. So you got a little bit of time.
Oh, we'll go on. I didn't know anybody was serving lunch. I was going out and beg. No, I didn't know it. It's 11:20. My watch is right twice a day.
There's those two quotes there.
Now here, let's look at it. Don't forget this. We want practical. How do you practice? Practice is how you act. If we don't act on belief, we will act irrationally, like Freud's projection. Everybody that's a human being will act. An orangutan and a cobra acts. A tree acts. But I doubt seriously if Harvard would ever take any of those into their PhD programs. Or, well, they might do that. I shouldn't have brought that up. I'm sorry I brought that up. Well, these influences that we just barely touched, these are 30 to 40 academic hours, not talk hours. Unpack all these things. The influences are where again? Where? Christian West. This doesn't save anybody, but I don't know how we can locate where we are or why without going through all that. I have no idea how to do that other than that. And then when we're done, we're just ready to start. See, I'm not saying that if you got A in the Renaissance and the Enlightenment, well, you're saved for Jesus' sake. No. But these influences are imploding in the Christian West. And where are people that are open? The fastest growing church in the world is in China. Second fastest growing church is in Eastern Europe. And what is their religion? Eastern Orthodoxy. It's a failure. See, cultures will have to see failure before they're open to what? If everything's okay, it's like a marriage that people kill 2 or 3 members of the family and bury them in the backyard, have a knockdown drag out. Well, it has to get really bad before they what? Why would you wait that long? Well, you put it off. My family, my own family, has this agenda. Never do today what you can put off till tomorrow. It's a rule of thumb. It's a very big thumb. Never do today what you can put off till tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. This is because the only thing we have. See, tradition deals with the past, history. Existentialism lives with the moment. Christian hope, no one ever hopes in the past or hopes in the present. We hope in what? In the future. Hope means nothing except future. So we have time on our hands. See, what time? The past, the existential angst, the moment. But if we create, the world isn't created by our momentary experiences. We're connected to the past, and if there's a God, we're also connected to what? But no one ever hopes in the past that I know of. Somebody will bring that up. See, we only hope. Now, without the ground of hope, it's like if you can't survive most things with no hope. But we have to have a ground for hope unless it's neurosis. I don't hope to have a Lexus in my garage when I go home. It'd be nice, I know what it is, but I'm not hoping for that. I don't operate on that.